Today, we're going to discuss how to think like, oh, I think we're going around the room. A millionaire. This is going to be scene number one, camera 1 and 2. The take is live. And the director is Hustlers Kung Fu. That's right. Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to think like a millionaire. And it's not about money. It's not about money at all. It's really interesting because when you look at these things, before we get into that wonderful bean footage, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to ring that little bell and do all of that stuff so that you can be in the know. And also, if you got any questions or anything, be sure to go ahead and get up with Patty. All right. Now I'm going to, there we go. And we are, bam, we're in the house. So we're going to get rid of all this other stuff. And we're going to talk about what it takes to think like a millionaire. Now, one of the big things is it's not about money. And I'm going to explain the situation to you guys really quick. No, thank you, Siri. We don't need any additional input. But seriously, it's not about money. Because I got 2 clients, right? And we're kind of going through some stuff. And I was just looking at things are not going well, okay? But they are going well in a strange way. And how should I say this? It's essentially when the focus goes off of money and the focus goes on to serving people, building out things, providing services and goods. Oh man, it drastically changes. I mean, it really, really changes. And part of that is like, I'm going to give you a swing shot. Hold on a second. Yes, I'm actually in Patty's office. Come on. Here we go. And boom. All right. Well, there you can see some of it, but just some of the stuff that we're doing for Hustlers Kung Fu. All right. Oh, that's kind of strange, but let's bring this back. This is kind of interesting. All right. So let's put this here. As I was saying, you take the focus off of money and you start focusing on service, because when you look at Bill Gates and what he did and what he didn't do, you kind of have to ask yourself, was he thinking about becoming a billionaire, or was he thinking about ruling the world with software? I mean, you have to really, really look at that. Okay. So the first step to thinking like a millionaire is not to think about money. I know, you know, like, whoa, but it's about the money. No, you cannot think about the money. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. YouTube right now has a certain thing that's going on. And essentially, if you don't do what YouTube wants you to do, YouTube is not going to promote you. Pretty simple, right? And I said, you know what? Screw that. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to put out the content I want to put out. I'm going to talk about the things I want to talk about. I'm going to do the thumbnails. I'm going to do everything. And I just completely just forgot about YouTube. Well, since I forgot about it and I started doing my thing, all of a sudden they start promoting me because I forgot about, well, I shouldn't say I forgot. I did not dwell on the money aspect. I did not dwell on getting certain things. I did not dwell on trying to create videos that would propel me up in the YouTube ecosystem, which I know how to do, but they don't make as much money. And this is the thing. I think this is the thing that has been my silver grail, holy grail, whatever, is I know how to make money with YouTube without AdSense. You know, in the last video when I was showing you what I made, it was like it's going to be about $2,600 for AdSense for September, right? And it's going to be $19,000 for selling my courses. It's like 10 times as much, literally. So with that mindset, I started to get about serving you guys, creating content that you guys want, which means, and when I say you guys, it's a small, sweaty, wonderful band of people, right? But it's not everybody, because most folks are in for the hustler porn. They're into that, you know, I need to get this, I need to get that. I have 2 videos done the old fashioned way that I may release tomorrow. I don't know. It depends if I do another live stream. But essentially, by focusing on you, focusing on what you guys want, focusing on what I want, all of a sudden YouTube starts supporting me. So you got to forget about the money. I know it's going to be hard, but you got to forget about the money and start to understand and to become part of the process. That's really, really big. You got to, and I'm gonna move this around some more because this is funny. Plus, I'm going to be doing some more t-shirts because this is old and I need some more gear. Now, the second thing that you have to do to think like a millionaire is to think about serving large groups of people. Now, large group of people could be 20,000 people. Okay. Let's say you have a product, you have a service, and you want to sell it to 20, 30,000 people. That's a large group of people. Because let's say you make bikes or you make cycling equipment. Everyone doesn't ride bikes, but the people who do, the people who are passionate, they will pay good money for good products. So it's a niche market, but think about it. How many bike stores are in your neighborhood or your town? Because I was just thinking about it. There's literally 2 in my neighborhood, 2 brick and mortar stores that have been there forever. And I'm just like, huh. So you can, you know, it seems like a small group of people, but when you really look at it from the granular level, it's a large group of people, 20, 30, 20,000 people, 30,000 people, 40,000 people, 50,000 people could literally make you a millionaire. 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people. So you got to really think about the audience, and you got to think about serving a large group of people without the money. Now, I got a sneeze that's kind of like popped up in here. Let's see. Where's the chat room? I'm gonna go to the chat room real quick. Good Lord, what's going on? Charlatan, you know you have to have treatments to cure that crimson tide thing. Roll Tide. What's up, Jay Freeman? What's up, Raquel? I know, Sunday. What's up, Ben the Bartender? What's up, Cartel? What's up, G Ranks? Ganja, Tamara, Rana, 18 Lucky, Carlton, Mika Long. What's up, Crown Loops in the building? What's up, Daryl? What's up, Kendall Vision? What's up, B Sweat? Conscious Ether. I see. What's up, Donnie K? What's up, J Lord? B Sweat. Crown Loops. You need to send me all of those shirts you have on. I'll pay if I'm necessary. I'll get into that later. David Lundy, can you talk briefly about? No, we're not talking about stocks. Ace Bank, very true. Let's see, Morning Blue. Hustler Porn. Bill Gates would have made a Facebook declaration that he'll be a billionaire by 30. He would have posted a meme in Atlanta and written about haters. Hey, what's up, John Francis? Good day. I was just listening to you. I stopped to start watching you at this very moment. That's good. What's up, Douglas? What's up, Douglas Jones? What's up, Fooey? Let's see. Let me go back. David Lundy, you talk too much about nothing. David, there you go. Goodbye. What's up, Morning Blue? Pretty much. Let's just jump into this. One of the problems that, and this is actually could be number 3, if you want to think like a millionaire, you need to develop a longer attention span, because this whole get to it. Let's just, and I'm not going to get political, but it is well known that Trump does not have a long attention span. Look at all the trouble he's gotten himself into. The third rule to thinking like a millionaire is you have a long attention span. You are able to work on projects single-mindedly. You are able to dedicate yourself, because one of the things that happens to people like David Lundy, who just got blocked, is you can't do nothing because you're trying to do everything. You can't focus on nothing. You can't build anything. Like this thing I put up on the board, I've been working on that for about 1.5 years. Yeah. So this whole, let's get to the point now. Let's go. Let's go. I'm not your trained dog, boy. Essentially, David Lundy would have tuned out this video at about the 8-minute mark anyway. Pretty much. Tamara Morton, hold on, I don't know. I will get to that later. What's up, Neff? What's up, deleted user? JR Pulse, what's going on? Let's see, what's hold on. What's up, Glendon? Sir Dia Daily, peace. Just found you yesterday on here. Great content. Thank you and welcome. Tapestry, when you're looking for a new location, I always call the Department of Transportation, get the top 20 busiest intersections of the city. Is that a good way to determine locations for your business? Capitus 0331. That's like great. And I will tell you a little story about that. I had this place at Brockett Plaza, right? It's off Lawrenceville Highway. You can tell it. And it was in great traffic, right? But now what you say, capitalist, works. But I'm going to show you something. I think let me see, make sure I can show it to you. All right. So this is Lawrenceville Highway, right? Cool. All right. And this is Brockett Plaza. I'm writing quick. All right. So that's Brockett Plaza. And we had a store here, and then we eventually moved here. So those little dots, right? Now, just for you, because that's a good point. Now, I'm driving, right? So essentially, because it's at an angle, it's invisible. Yes. So just, something for you to let you know. Let's see. Oh, that's funny, Erica. What's up, Marlon Relay? What's up, Samantha? What's up, Neff? Love your content. Thanks, George Wilkerson. What's up, Chris McDonald? Now, let's really expand on that third point about attention spans. The ability to focus on something single-mindedly or half-mindedly for a long period of time will go a long way to making you rich and a millionaire. Travis, the guy for Uber, Travis worked on the prototype, and this is what Travis did. You can look it up. He rented space in black cars. He's like, hey, how much would it cost for me to rent, 30 seats, 40 seats, whatever. I'm just saying. And he worked through that model for about 1.5 years. He didn't have any drivers. He was using traditional black car service to get it, because the thing is, it became a status symbol. Like, look, let me pull out this app. See that? That's a car coming, right? And he prototyped that for about 1.5 years, 2 years before he actually started hiring drivers. And I make that point out because this thing of let's get it done, let's move real quick, that's all well and good. But the thing is, as I pointed out in these videos that's going to come up about hustler porn, one of the problems with these folks who dip in and dip out is that they can't build anything. They will not build a brand. They will not build anything worthy. So it's going to create a situation where they're always looking for something else. It's like when you're on Amazon. Amazon owns you. You do everything for Amazon. You do everything for eBay. You do everything for YouTube. So you kind of get lost because you're chasing that money, but you have no sense of self. That makes anything. Let's see. All right. Mastering the rock, huh? Let's see. Okay, so we've caught up with all the comments. Now, the fourth step to thinking like a millionaire is you become a tenacious problem solver. You just like, if there's an easier way to do it, you're kind of like obtuse. You're kind of like that pit bull that digs your teeth into something, and you take the long way around. I know this, like, all right, this stuff up on the board, right? I've been working on it, and it just wouldn't let me go. So I didn't let it go. So I got all of these stuff up here, and I'm like trying this, trying that, trying that. And really, if you go to the Hustlers Kung Fu, like the thumbnails, give you a great example, because someone said they love the thumbnails. So thanks, I appreciate that. It took me 2 years to formulate those thumbnails. It took me 2 years. I was like, okay, well, this works. This font works. This font works. This font doesn't work. That looks jacked up. I've been going through this for 2.5 years, but now I've got a nice, clean image, and I can roll with it. But once again, it took me 2.5 years. So having dogged determination to solve a problem, and just don't give up on it. Just don't give up. Now, the fifth thing is of thinking like a millionaire is to never be satisfied. You could be content, but you could still want more. And there are people who kind of get caught up, the hotel people, the Christian community, because it's almost like a sin to want more. It's like you should be grateful for what God gives you, or Jehovah, or whatever you pray to. When I don't really think like that. I think like today, I have a great home life. I have a great home. I have a nice car. I have all of this stuff, and I am content. I am really content, but I still want more. And I don't want more in a burning desire. I'm going to do anything. I'm going to say anything to get more. I want more in, okay, I've done this. I'm good. And I'm going to plan this out, and I'm going to do this. And I want more. Having the ability to never be satisfied and also be content in the moment is a hard balancing act, because you have people who are either on or off. You know, it's like I'm content or I'm not content. So they could be living in, like, you know, the 55th floor penthouse and be like, this place whack, right? And then I mean, seriously, it can be like whack because they're looking at this person who lives on Park Avenue, and they have this 4-story penthouse that costs like 55 million. So it's very much perspective based. It's very much an internal thing that you have going on with that, but you can be content in the moment and satisfied in the moment, but still want more. I think for me, it's just not as pressing as it was when I was broke Dick Danny. Well, I was broke Dick Danny. It was like, I got to make something happen. It's got to happen. It's got to come down. I need this to be on. I need this to be making some money. I need this to really do something, because I was so ass out. I was so desperate. And now I can go like, oh, okay, I could take my time. That's a good way. I can plan, because this is another thing. Once you get, because the journey from 0 to 100,000 is the hardest journey. It is the hardest. Then you go from 100 to like 1 million. That's really not that hard, because this is what happens. And I figured it out. You start to get past the creature comforts, because, you know, you're 150,000. You're living where you want to live or close to it. You're driving a nice car close to it. You have money to order out. Your creature comforts are satisfied. And now you can kind of like look around and like, okay, because you're no longer in that period of abstract lack where, you know, getting food is a problem, getting gas is a problem, getting, you know, making sure you have enough money to pay the mortgage or rent. Like it takes you 28 days out of a 38-day month to get enough money to pay your rent. Then you have 2 days to chill. Then you start that process over again. So all of your mental energy is going into survival. So since it's going into survival, it can't go into building. And that's why, you know, with Hustle Camp, balance out, get your budget together, find out what your net worth is, your or lack of net worth, and then make more money. Because what happens is lifestyle creep. You go ahead and you start making more money, then you get that fancy cable package, then you get this other stuff, and next thing you know, you have a few more things, but you're still not free. If that can make any sense. Let's see what's going on here. Mastering Rockefeller. Hold on. Okay. Gorleen Thomas. Have you ever read The One Thing by Jay Keller? Help me with my short attention span and listen to me focus. Love your channel. Thanks, Gorleen. No, I haven't. But, you know, for those of you in the chat room, One Thing by Jay Keller. Erica Williams. Some discontent is needed in everyone's life so you can keep growing. Very hard to balance the contentment. That's true. I know why you're laughing, Raquel. What's up, Gabron? The Builded Uber guy. Tuned in, bruh. Glendon, do you think the rich oppress the poor? So what form and already know how to avoid being oppressed? Start a business. I do not think the rich oppress the poor. I think, all right, let's talk about the ultra rich, because there's this notion that the 1%, I'm in the 1%. Okay. Anyone that makes $280,000 per year is in the top 1% of all earners on the planet. 280. So we're not even talking about the 1%. We're talking about the fraction of a fraction of a fraction. Essentially, we're talking about families of maybe 3,000 people. 3,000 families, 30, let's just say 4,000 families, right? Literally have so much of the world's wealth. And because the thing is, they have generational wealth, they had legacy, and they had inheritance. So about like 4,000 families literally control a lot of the world's commerce and a lot of the world's industry, right? Even with that, they do not oppress the poor, because let's say, if you think that you can save your way to being rich, you're oppressing yourself. If you think that you can get a 401k, get your insurance policy, and all this other stuff, you are literally fooling yourself. You're oppressing yourself, because the oppression starts here and it then manifests into the body. So no, the rich do not oppress the poor in any shape, fashion, or form. But because the poor people are, one, I need someone to help me. That is a big, big thing. It's like, why don't someone come help us, right? And once again, one of my personal creeds is you need to help yourself. You need to be about that life, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Whoa. I'll have to watch this video multiple times a week. That's funny, Ganja. Oh, that's funny. Yes, James, then I have. V Hang Diesel. Went through Disruptive Mating and Hustler's Mindset Volume 2. Awesome courses. Keep up the good work. Cool. Yes, Kyle, people oppress themselves. Exactly. Gabran, so it's a false narrative. Yes. All right. Let's talk about mindset and thinking and false narratives. If the media comes out and it's like, look, 15 bucks an hour, and let's just be clear, 15 bucks an hour is a joke. 20 bucks an hour is a joke. When you get to like 25 bucks an hour, 30, 40, 50, that's when you're actually kind of doing something. So anything less than that is really a joke. And essentially these jobs, like being a food prep, a working Home Depot, retail, these jobs were supposed to be temporary jobs. They were not supposed to be the final job. These were, you know, how it was when I was a kid. You would start working at a grocery store as a clerk. You would take people's groceries out. You do that stuff, right? Then you would go to school, and then they had this thing that was called co-op, where you would like go to school in the morning, then you go work this job in the afternoon. So essentially, somewhere along the lines, we got things twisted where fast food jobs became permanent jobs. Fast food jobs were never meant to be permanent jobs. And with the false narrative of fast food jobs, 15 bucks an hour, you have people out there, they're marching, they're indignant. They're like, yes, we need that 15 bucks an hour, when they are literally walking over all of the opportunity where they can earn 100 bucks an hour, or where they can earn 200 bucks an hour, or 300 bucks an hour. You do not need a college degree to make big money. You don't need a college degree to own a business. You don't even have to be that smart to get rich. You just have to be able to do these things that I talk about in this video. Let's see. Damn, Glenda, you make me want to go back in to Georgia in time machine and link up with you back in 06. What do you mean? They create the glass ceiling, though. They create the perception of the glass ceiling. That's a good comment, deleted user, but they create the perception of the glass ceiling. If you work hard, go to college, then you go and ask someone for a job, yes, there's a glass ceiling. But if you're like me, who are like, oh, look at that, look at the ceiling, hold on, let me go over here, climb up here and go around that sucker, there is no glass ceiling. There is no limit to how much money you can earn. There is no limit to what heights you can earn, except for the limits you place on yourself. All right, let's see. Hold on. Makes a lot of sense. More money, if not focus, equals more money. Keep your money active in things that create a key. True. I don't know what's up with you, Zoe70. Mikalon, but when Glendon comes around, people don't receive it as a help. Okay. Cartel, how what? Hooper City, Alabama. Roll Tide. Mike C, what's up with these? Give me 30 seconds to show you how to make $1 million overnight. Shopify, blah, blah, YouTube. It seems like I can't escape them. Too many. Okay, that is hustler porn. When someone comes on, they're speaking real fast, real slick, like, hey, give me 45 seconds to show you how I made X amount of dollars with this mug. That is 100% hustler porn. Now, hustler porn works because let's go back to what the deleted user said about the glass ceiling and these other things. If you think there is a glass ceiling and you think that the people who got above that glass ceiling cheated, then you're going to be positioned and properly primed to be seduced by hustler porn. Psst. Let me give you this inside secret. Psst. Let me tell you how to get around that, right? When really there is no secret. There is no, I mean, the folks who got in the fraction, the ultra wealthy, they got there due to someone long time ago started a business and worked very hard. The Koch brothers, are they somewhat evil? Yes, but that's not all of them. Let's see. James Deal, I'm still pimping Craigslist thanks to Glendon. Craigslist is an amazing resource. Yes, Ganja. Johnny Walton, what do you mean? Can a commercial driver take your course? What do you mean? Making money without these minimum wage jobs. Mike C, I mentally filter those ads. 19, I've worked so many jobs already. Let's see, Lucky, I make a 6-figure income with no college degree with a 6 Sigma Master Belt certification, but but not content. Let's get it. Hey, 18 lucky. Yes, they are. DJ Sync, what did I miss? You missed a lot. Johnny, is DS domination hustler porn? Yes. Yes. Because here's the thing, and I'm going to explain to you how these things work. All right. Let's say you're on YouTube, you're looking at me, you're like, yo, Glidden, you're doing great things, right? And then this ad pops up. And it's let me give you the sequence. Ad pops up, then you watch it, and the first 10 to 15 seconds or 20 seconds are created or designed to create a hook. Then the second 15 to 20 seconds is to create another hook. And if they can hook you 2 to 3 times or 4 times, you're going to watch the video. So you watch the video. Now, what the video is going to do is going to lead you to a landing page, or it's going to lead you to a live webinar. Excuse me, a webinar they want you to think is live, but it's not live. Then you're going to go to the webinar, you're going to watch it, and those people who watch the webinar from start to finish more than likely will make a purchase. Pretty much it's a numbers game. So let's say someone puts up a bunch of ads, right? And the ads get 100,000 people to go to the checkout, to the webinar, or to the webinar or the landing page. Now, to simple math, let's say they have a product for $100, right? And then 100,000 people. So let's just say 97% of the people are not going to do any of that. They're going to click away from the ad. They're not, but 3,000 people are going to click that ad. So they have a $1,000 product. I mean, a $100 product. Then 3,000 people buy that product. That's 300 grand. That's how it works. That's why you see certain price points. That's why you see $97. That's why you see all these things, because it's just a matter of getting enough traffic to that landing page or to that webinar, and then it will convert. That's what's going on. Buffalo has now hiring signs everywhere, but when we walk in for a job, they don't want you. That's funny. Is Ty Lopez hustler porn? He's hustler porn and he's not. He's like the one who started a lot of this stuff. Morning Blue, yep, pre-recorded webinars are big business. Fake commenters, yep. Aaron Quayle, when he was selling gold a long time ago. I see a guy with a nice car and I think he's doing something illegal. I know it's probably not true, but it's so hard not to think like that. I hate being a hater. Andrew Telly, thank you for being honest, because a lot of people do. They think that if someone has a nice car, someone lives in a nice house, that they've done something dishonest to get it. For real. And that's another thing. To think like a millionaire, you have to think the world will give me what I put into it. And you have to really, really believe that. Let's see. Sure thing, Johnny Walton. I got it. Ty Lopez, 67, 1,000 compounded 62. Building. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it does. Because, all right, essentially, anyone delete a user. Let me see. What do I think about Gary Vaynerchuk? I really don't know. I really don't know what I think about Gary. I think Gary's real. He's really done these things. I think Gary, all right, this is my viewpoint of Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary uses us to leverage his company because he's only working for there's only 10,000, maybe 20,000 companies in the world that can afford him. Yeah. So he's only really selling to the top 20,000 companies in the world because he's got 600 people. That's $3 to $4 million a month payroll, 3 to 4 million a month. So he leverages us. He leverages social media so he can sell to them. And it works very well for him. So that's what I think of him. I don't really every now and then I'll catch a video, but I think he's gone Hollywood, and as many people as he loses, he gets more people. So, it's just really there. Um, I like his older stuff. The new stuff, I'm not a fan. And that's it. Yeah. So I think he's real. I don't think he's a fraud, anything like that. I think he's very real, but no. Matter of fact, I'm going to a conference and he'll be speaking, and then they had like a dinner. It was like $200. I didn't go. I didn't really feel that I was going to hear anything from him that I needed to hear. So that's how that goes. Crown logo, you can have nice things too if you work smart. Yes. Johnny Walton, I'm a commercial driver. What's the best way to take your course? If you're talking about Hustle Camp, it depends. Like, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Are you like driving 10, 12 hours a day? What's up, AKW Beats? I've not seen Jeremy Blackman videos. No, James Dent. Goling Thomas, yes, they create funnels with those ads. Essentially, that's a funnel. All right, you go from the ad, you go to a landing page, then you go somewhere else. That's a funnel. So yes, that's what they do. Andrew Telly, I'd be slapping myself every 5 minutes. Understand mindset, but when I say it's a nice car, bro, congratulations. But in my head, I'm like, that must have killed someone to get this. Oh man, Mick alone can't have what you hate. Yes. Let's see. Breezy, hold on. Breezy Roberts, thanks to you, you taught me about bootstrapping the way more profitable than hustle porn. It's really paying off. Congratulations. All right, Johnny, yes, I drive 10 to 12 hours a day, home every weekend. All right, Johnny, essentially, you got a problem. If you're driving 10 to 12 hours a day, then, and you're on the road, it's like 50-50. Because I'm going to say, no, don't take the course because you're not going to have time. And then part of me is like, I don't really know what you want to do. So that's where I'm at. Morning Blue, mindset is trick. Wear a rubber band when you have a negative thought and slap that rubber band on yourself. Hey, if it works. What's up, Zola? Good afternoon, Glendon from the Big Apple. Thanks for the free course. They are already in it. Oh yeah, I know people are going hard on those courses and stuff. But see, here's another thing. To think like a millionaire, you must think in terms of abundance, even when evidence of abundance does not present itself. Now, I'm good, right? I'm good. But there was a point in time when I had constrictive thinking. I would not let those things go because, I mean, straight up, I'll just tell you the whole thought process behind doing that yesterday. One, I can only direct traffic to one source actively. Because, all right, that link is under the video, right? That link is be invisible to a lot of people. A lot of people will never see that link. So when I say, hey, I want you to be a member of Hustlers Camp, this is what we have. We're going to balance you out, get your budget together, teach you how to make more money, start corporations, yada, yada. I can say that and drive traffic through there. And then for the folks who can't afford it or who are just in a horrible way, I can give that away because I will not actively promote that. I'll just leave that link there and people find it on their own. Like, I think before I checked, I think like 50 people found it. So it's not like if I was just like, hey, get the free courses, get the free courses, get the free courses and all this stuff. Yeah, I'll probably get like 300 a day, but it's a way where I just like, you know what? We're going to let this go. We're going to appreciate abundance. We're going to be thankful for the things we have, and we're going to get way more. I really, really believe that. I'm like, I'm going to get so much more. And for the folks who will take it and leave a jacked up email address, or the folks who will take it and not really pay attention, so be it. Don't really care. No skin off of my penis. None. Good Lord. Mika Long. Hustler porn, no context. Johnny Walton, I want to try to bust that ceiling. G Ranks, get off the road and get a local job. That's true. Samantha got Zobi70 here. I hope you like the content. Johnny Walton, I would like to be a freight broker. Okay. essentially, you go ahead and sign up for Hustle Camp now. It can help you with your budget. It can help you with, do you have a net worth or do you have a lack of net worth and stuff like that. And then if you want to be a freight broker, you're going to have to learn how to sell. You're going to have to learn how to market. You're going to have to learn to get on the phone. So later on, yes, it will help you. What's up, Lamode? How can I get to pay? All right, hold on. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can find this because you clearly want, well, well, good Lord, here it is. All right. Oh, and for those who want to contribute to the G-verse, there you go. I didn't even know it. So that's the pay what you want button. Sure thing, Johnny Walton. So part of the thing with abundance and really letting go and thinking like a millionaire is, because if you notice, money is not part of any of these things. Money is not part of the equation. Money is not even, it ain't even on a list, because the thing is, money is a byproduct of service, right? So if you up your service, you up your offerings, you're going to get money. But if you chase money single purposely, you'll get some money, but it's like, I'm chasing money. Okay, I'm making 100 G's. All right, I'm making 200 G's. All right, you start to look at people kind of weird. Like, give an example. I met this dude the other day. I think he's going to be a cool person to hang out with, right? And he's broke, but I can still hang out with him on occasion. I can still, because he's cool. He's got like, nice insights. So I can look at him as a person. But when you chase money, everybody that you have or have not in your life is calculated, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you can lose your soul if it becomes too calculated. And that's one of the things that I think that when you chase money and money only, that it's going to be real hard. And also, when you start to accomplish things in life, like, speaking. I spent 6 years in special education learning how to speak. It is really strange. And I know my teachers and the paraprofessionals who helped me learn how to speak would be so proud that I make my living from speaking. It is eerie because two things. Two, I had a problem speaking and I'm dyslexic. So I make my living speaking and I make my living writing and creating content. Now, I would say learning how to speak properly was harder than making $1 million. True story. Oh, Johnny Walton, that's cool. It'll be there, man. It'll be there. Sure thing, Tammy. Maya Moto Jones. Hey, thanks for the evening, but I'm in the. I don't know what you're saying. Kyle Loga, he's right. Chasing money is not the way to go. It's about solving problems and adding values to others. Yep. Yes. Aaron Quayle, go below the video. You could get the free books and stuff right there. I don't really want to do speaking engagements. I have mapped out my life where I don't like traveling and stuff. And, it was funny. I went somewhere for business and I was in like a hotel and everything. And it was really cool. And the reason it was cool is I don't do it that much. But if I had to do that every week, it would get old. YT, the scared little bitch mentality is an excess for real. Thanks for helping me put some hair on my chest. Sure thing, YTT. AKW Beats. I was listening to Bob Proctor this morning. I feel like I'm starting to understand how abundance works. It's unlimited amounts of opportunity, but you got to be able to recognize it. AKW Beats, that is true. That is true because opportunity. Let's go back to the storage auction business, right? I got videos on this channel, stinky units. Go ahead and Google it. Stinky units make money. And I talk about this in a little way, but not in the full way. I routinely got shitty units, units with all kinds of crud, units with all kinds of crap and stuff on them, $10 free, because the upside was like, let's say I bought this unit that had roaches in it, right? And there was roach crap on everything, and I got it for free. But after I threw a lot of stuff away, I usually made anywhere from $500 to $2,500. So that added to the other units. Like, let's say I spent $300 on this unit. I only made $300, but I spent nothing on this roach infested unit, and I made $2,000. So I'm up $1,700. Opportunity is often covered in hard work, mud, junk, grime, and a lot of people, this is what I'm talking about when I say these folks who were all caught up on, the $15 an hour. They're literally walking over opportunity for $15 an hour. They're like, I don't want that $2,000 an hour. I don't want that $3,000 an hour, because it's going to demand that I execute, and it's going to demand that I put a lot of myself into the world, which is hard. It's really, really hard. Let's see. Yeah, this is when I make mistakes and stuff. That's the speech impediment. I just go on because people like, well, you said it wrong, Glendon, and it's not tomato, it's tomato. You dumb idiot. Oh, ha, 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 ha. And I'll just let them go on with that. And also, something else too. From going through all that teasing and other stuff, I became remarkably strong. And it's really coming full circle, because the stuff that I went through as a kid, the stuff that I went through in the boarding house, now it's like, it doesn't faze me when the house is burning down. And this is a lesson I learned at Rent a Crate. One day I was like freaking out because the warehouse was empty. And I called up Karen, she was one of the owners of Rent a Crate. And I was like, Karen, we have no crates. And Karen was just like, great. And I'm like, no, Karen, we don't have any crates. I got like 6 orders. No problem. Do this. Call Chris, tell Chris to go out and round up the crates that were finished, that the company's no longer use. So Chris gets in the truck. Chris like, all right. He gets crates, and he fills up 4 of those orders. And then over a week, we fill up the other 6. And the crates never came back in the warehouse, right? So it was called sweating the crates, because the crates did not make money when they were in the warehouse. They made money when they were outside the warehouse. It seems like a simple thing, but think about how often in your life you will do something that is crazy because it makes you feel good. I used to be like, yeah, all these crates in here, I'm working. And it didn't hit me that the crates did not make money unless they were out. So I've learned to, like Patty said, when we had a situation with one client and things didn't work out, and she's like, oh no, I just knew that you'd be all right, because you just don't seem to be fazed by these things that freak out normal people. Charlotte and Johnny Walton, see, you can get on with the company. Okay. Deleted user, if you build it, they would come. If you do the work and follow the directions, you'll make money. Glendon Cameron, circa 2017. That's funny. Oh yeah, I got teased like you wouldn't believe. I was also very shy. James Dent's found a problem, create a solution, you forever make money. Yes. Hold on. Roaches. Trevor the man. I'm heading to Houston in a few days. Thanks, Glendon. Andrew Telly, if you build it, they would come. Nope, should be. If you build it, learn to sell it, depending on skill, they might come. Well, if you build it correctly, meaning, all right, here's the story. It's called Into the Gloss, right? It's this blog, Into the Gloss. You can check it out. And what this woman did, her name is Emily West. She created this blog talking about cosmetic skincare products and stuff that women use. And she got up to like 1.2 million, 1.5 million users, right? Well, then 3 years later, Emily creates a cosmetic company. Now she gets a check from $1 million from this other chick, Forerunner Ventures, $1 million. She didn't have a product and nothing, but she has something that's more important, more valuable than the product. She's got customer data. So when they made their products and they just sold, they sold out, gone, gone, gone. Because she knew from 3 years. Let me say that again for those folks who are like, get to the point, Glendon, get to the point, get to the point, get to the point. 3 years, she was asking questions, getting feedback on what to sell to these women. Not 1 year, not 2 years, but 3 years. And, she's got like a $20-30 million company now. For real. Emily Weiss, Into the Gloss. The name of the company is Glossier. Ganja, unfortunately. Well, all right. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think there is a certain group of people who are screwed, who are jacked, who are just, they're done. I don't think that there's any hope for these people. And I think a lot of the folks who are like screaming for $15 an hour are part of those folks, and there's nothing you can do to help them. And we just got to coexist with these folks. Is your office still full of ideal paint? Nope, it's on the walls. 3 Pistols 7, yes it is. Oh, there's a lot of things you don't know about me, Chris. If you show me a check stub for 70,000, I'll quit my job and work for you, Wolf of Wall Street. I got the check out of corporate America and reaping the benefits of doing it within a few weeks. FD Justin, adversity makes you stronger, and stronger and the weak weaker. Could be. I kind of feel that. I kind of feel that. The leader user, you have to have thick skin in business. Yes, you do. Raquel Meyer, that's crazy you say that. My sister tried to tell her college roommates about making extra money online with Mercari and eBay, and they all said, nope, I'm good. While they're literally broke and scraping for lunch. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Oh, whoa. What the? Assholes spend money too. Yep. See, and I still haven't access, but I can still get work. Still working on it though. Capitus 033. I own a wireless store and use the profits to buy real estate, but my labor's cost is now soaking up well over 60% of my working capital and causing my business to go down. Now I'm working solo in my store to keep my profits up, but I have no time to go out and do real estate networks and auction and buy assets. Should I let the store go and focus on real estate full time, or should I rehire again and take the risk of drowning my business? Okay. Sweating the crates, right? What you need to do, capitalists, I know this is going to sound really crazy, right? But this is what you need to do. You need to rehire and open up 3 to 4 or 5 stores. And this is why. Let's say, you said 60% of your capital was being taken up, right? So you go ahead, rehire someone, and you go in debt. Yes, you go in debt. And your goal is to get 3 to 5 stores. And this is why. Let's say your take home stays the same per store. But since you have 2 or 3 more stores, you actually have 2 to 3%, 2 to 3 more times money. I know it, because this is the thing. I know it's like, because you're thinking very small. You're thinking me, what I can do. You need to think bigger, because once again, even if your percentages stay the same, you will make more money because you have more stores. James, yet see that as the mindset. They might come. It will not make it being successful thinking that way. I learned so much from Glenn these 2 years I've been watching. Cool. Be for real. How does one find a mentor when everyone around me seems like being financial idiots? Be for real. This is what you do. And this is how you find a mentor. You start working on what you want to work on. If you want to do real estate, you do real estate. You want to do financial planning, you do financial planning. Whatever it is, and you go hard. I mean, you go really, really hard, right? And the mentors will just pop up, because this is the thing. You have people who say they want a mentor, right? They don't want a mentor. They want a daddy. They want a mommy. Do this, go here, here's the money. Have a nice day. They want a daddy. They want mommy. I mean, look, a lot of us didn't have parents, okay? I feel fortunate that in some odd way, like my grandmother was my mother and my mother was kind of like my father. So I had the two-parent household until I was 11. And I realized the importance of that. But you got a lot of people who don't want a mentor. They want a daddy. They want, and I'm gonna break it down. They want you to tell them what to buy, give them money to buy it, correct their mistakes, and don't take any money. So that's like they want unconditional love. Help me, give to me. And I'm just like, I'm not your daddy. I'm not your mama. You gotta man up. That's what they want. They don't want a mentor. They want daddy and mommy. It's true tough. I love to work in real estate, learn how to deal with these people, but work in construction. So every second I would say, fuck, I live in Australia and every other word is cuss. Sure. The app upload, getting picked on actually helps you deal with the hate that you get when you try to build your business because you're already used to it. That's true. Because I have fun with my haters now. I mean, you just don't understand. These jobs in technology now, I can replace several middleman jobs as well as minimum wage jobs. Yep. Johnny Walton, is setting up a Shopify store a good way to do research? No. You could do the research. You could do the research and the marketplace research without setting up a shop, without doing the blog. You just have to know where to look and how to analyze information. The Sal Elite, do I need a license to start a media company? No. Real Estate Randy, I like that. Went to H-Town and volunteered, and you were spot on. I got to actually work on moving there in 5 days. I made so many contacts. Let me explain some stuff to you. And this isn't directed at you, Real Estate Randy, because you actually went. We live in a very short news cycle, right? So a lot of people think the things in Houston are not that bad. They think, well, you know, because it's not on the news and you don't see the water and you don't see all the rescues. It is going to take them years to rebuild Houston. They have not rebuilt New Orleans. I saw this guy and he was watching this video and he said he went to New Orleans to help out when he went. And then he went back 2 years and he saw that it was pretty much the same. New Orleans is still rebuilding. Houston's probably going to build faster, but Florida, go to Florida, do this right now. Go to Zillow in Florida and see the prices of real estate right now. There's like $50,000, $60,000 houses. A little damage, just trying to get rid of it. Florida right now. And if you go down, I'm serious, go to Zillow right now and you will see this. And I've had so many people, and I want to say thank you, Real Estate Randy, for actually listening and taking action. And it's already happening. And you still got people out there because it's not in the media anymore that it's like a non-story. We got people in Puerto Rico who are dying. And this idiot in the White House is like, he's starting fights with football players. It's like, well, you know, we can't. As the commander in chief, he could have said, okay, I issue an order. We're going to send the army. We're going to send the Marines. We're going to get those troops. You know why? Because mobile units are prepared to, that's what they train for. They're self-contained. They have their food. They have their diesel. They have their gas. That's all he had to do. But he didn't do it because he didn't care. All right. That's your political rant for the day. Let's see. My Mitchell Jones, a lot of hustles you can bring to the U.S. are in foreign markets. Look how Japan has robust cooking servicing. Yep. Sam Shim, don't the entitlement restrict your friends? No. I have a policy when I'm dealing with normal people. I think that I'm a mutant, and I realize I have to coexist with human beings. And I don't force my viewpoints or the way that I live on other people, which is why I can relate to them. And I just like keep a lot of stuff to myself. So not really. Not even help me, but save me. Yes, Mecca. Yes. Haters are just discounted fans. That's funny. Good point. Be for real. I hear that. I actually want to get my hands on real estate, but I'll be the first in family to ever do it. I'm the one right now who's actually saving and investing. It's a lonely road, man, being successful. Deleted user. Let's see. Houston is a gold mine for real estate investors. Yes, it is. I would like to get into 3D printing as well as drone service for Houston and New Orleans and Puerto Rico. Do it. I live here in Houston. Some areas got hit really bad and several people and hotels were robbed. Houston is currently desperate for construction people and security guards. Wow. That's real. Trump is a moron. Mold is a gold mine. Yep. Hey, Joe, say 25 points. Awesome channel. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's the thing is, another way of thinking like a millionaire is to objectively look at the situation the way it is. First of all, I don't really like, I'm kind of like on the Facebook hiatus. I'm in there like once a day or something like that. You got to keep control of your mind. You have to keep control of your mind, because now I can look at this stuff like take the thing with the kneeling in the NFL and the flag. It's a distraction. He did that because he knew the media would like, dogs. But the real issue is Korea. The real issue is Puerto Rico. The real issue is tax reform. The real issue is healthcare. But since this is so salacious, everybody's over here and he's not catching as much heat as he normally would on these issues, which he's going to take L's on. So it gets to be really, really interesting. But you have to think clearly. Give an example, and you guys gonna love this. In my course, Disruptive Mating, I have something that's called the 99% rule. And this is something that I discovered because when I went through the boarding house process, I literally was stripped of all of my beliefs and I had to rebuild. And it was like, okay, I was married. I treated her well. I never cheated on her, but she completely and absolutely destroyed my life. And I sat down and I said, why? Why did that happen? And then I went back and I said, okay, what did I do? And I worked my way back and I found out that I picked her from a position of need. I picked her from a position of neediness. So that's why I got what I got, because I was needy. And I mean, she gave me plenty of signals that she wasn't the proper woman. And I was like, and I had to digest that and just eat it and go like, yeah, I did that. I did that. So I developed this dating posture or dating profile. And one, I became bluntly honest. I was working at the Gallup organization and there was this girl. Oh, she was something special. And I just went up to her and I whispered into her ear while she's on the job. I'm like, I want to fuck you tonight. I'm like, I could have got fired, whatever. And she just like, and she smiled. I'll see you later, Big Daddy. I was like, what? And first, and the whole time I'm thinking, this is going to explode. This is not going to work. She ain't going to show up. She shows up and she's like, you live here? Yeah, I live in the boarding house. And at that point, I started taking off her clothes and stuff. And I was just like, wow. So essentially, we as men are taught to treat every woman as if she's special, which to a degree they are special, but to a degree they're not. So what happens is when you go through dating, you're doing an interview. Dating is an interview. What's the purpose of the first date? To see if there'll be a second date. What's the purpose of the second date? To see if there'll be a third date. And once you get to 6 or 8 dates, okay, then you can start like getting all the other stuff. But people be like getting in relationships off the riff. So I developed this blunt posture and I found out that 99% of the women that I meet, and it isn't like they're hoes or whatever. It's not that. It's just they're not the one. And since I reframed that thought process, my dating life became amazingly good. It became like, wow, okay. Because I'm like, instead of looking at this woman and imprinting my neediness and my weakness and stuff on her, I kept that to myself and I just operated in a bare naked marketplace of dating. Like, look, I'm a dude. I want to bone you. Yes or no? No? Okay. And then if the chick was cool, I was like, all right, we can hang out. And then that would just shock him because, ladies, do not be offended, but a lot of y'all, the pussy's the best thing on you. And that is should be one of 10. You should be a good person. You should be a beautiful person. You should be kind. There's so many things that you need to be that can make you an awesome woman, but you're like, I got that pussy. Not if you're dealing with me, because I take that off the table. All right. This is funny. Let's see. Good Lord. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, hold on. All right. Hey, everyone from Philly with love. Yamika, Yakima Coles. Okay. Some of the rich people here who knowingly choose to live in premium areas, good planes, who got flooded with the opening of reservoirs post Harvey, are putting forth a clash auction suit against Houston. Wow. Andre, does everyone hate Trump? I don't mind the blog, no offense. Well, no, okay, here's the thing. If we had Hillary, we wouldn't have this thing with the NFL. If we had Hillary, the people in Puerto Rico would have not be suffering. So to say that there is no difference, I mean, yes, Hillary is evil and stuff, but when you start to examine everything line by line by line, it is clear he is not better than the alternative. And that is you not looking at things objectively. That's looking at letting the media and other stuff make decisions for you. Because like there was some people out there talking about what was his name? That idiot Nick, whatever. He was married to Mariah Carey. He was talking about don't vote. Okay. Do you know right now that Jeff Sessions is repealing all of these laws and set-asides that Obama did, which directly impact black folks? So saying that, hey, don't vote, you have nothing to lose, that was wrong. Now you're going to have brothers and sisters locked up longer than they had to be. Oh, yeah. So look at it objectively and look at everything. Oh, the alternative would have been much better. Let's see. Colleen Thomas, Johnny Walton. So that's why the women I tried to date and protect never worked out. Is there a book called 7 Women You Should Never Marry? Also, oh, that's funny. Oh man. Thank you, more than used goods. Gunja, I just saw a condo for 32 grand. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be crazy for a little while. Relationship. Whoa, good Lord. Hold on. Deleted user. Relationships are business arrangement. Unfortunately, broke dick Danny's don't get that. No, relationships are not a business arrangement. You can find a woman that'll love you, but the thing is how you go about doing it. There ain't a lot of information on that. Straight talk is refreshing to real women. Yes, Chris, they do. Working on Naughty Now right now. Yes, every woman is somebody. St. James Trust. True. Honeymoon, I wish this chat was running on Billboard right now for all the world to see. What's up, Crown Loops? What's some funny shit? Let's see. Seeing and dating promises most men refuse to be analytical. You said it. Remove pussy from the equation. Pretty much. Real Estate Randy, go check out my video with how to start an e-commerce business with Tyron Spear. We had that Africa thing. I'm actually going to have him come back on. Yep. Nick Cannon. Yep. That's the dumbass. Yeah, that whole all of those folks who like don't vote, they were idiots. Pretty much. E-time, you served in the military or currently have 2 years until retirement. How did you start a business while in? Well, I actually didn't start a business while I was in. I actually tried to start 5 businesses while I was in, and that was just due to the lack of education. I just did it. I mean, you're not supposed to do that. I even had a part-time job. You're just not supposed to do all that stuff. Gunja, I don't even listen to these popular black celebrities anymore. They're negative as hell. It is funny because essentially, and I'm gonna touch on this briefly. Hotep Nation, there's a bunch of black celebrities and people who benefit from keeping racism alive. I know I'm going to get hammered for that, but they do. Because number one, let me make it clear. There is racism, it needs to be addressed, but there isn't as much racism as people think. And that is kind of part of the hustler porn. Let's say, you got someone saying, all right, this thing about black people in wealth, and essentially that black folks have no wealth. Some black folks don't have any wealth. There's some who are rolling, and I mean rolling. And part of that is you keep these people, these sheeple, in a certain situation, because long as there's a problem and you kind of have the situation, because notice there's a lot of talk, but there's no solutions, none. And that's one of the reasons that I just don't get behind a lot of those guys. Demetri Adams, I agree. Camille Williams, know you're telling the truth about racism. I mean, racism, I'm gonna go to destroying, right? He's a young man who was going to he was on NCAA scholarship, and then the scholarship the NCAA told him he had to take off his YouTube channel, and he just gave up his scholarship because he's making way more money. And he's a black dude, right? And he has a white girlfriend, and they're on the beach. And if you just look at the comments, oh, she low key think there's a group of people, I would say 22, 23 and under, who just don't care about race. They really don't. They don't care if you're transgender. They don't care if you're gay. They just don't. I mean, they're the epitome of Dr. King's dream, right? But you got a lot of these crusty folks who keep stuff going on because it benefits them financially. And if they didn't have that to be benefited by financially, they wouldn't be doing it. Miguel, it's like, what's the end game? Black supremacy. That's funny. Deleted use, exactly. No solutions, but buy my DVD and T-shirts. Yeah, and you just got a group of black folks who are just not accepting that, and they're moving on. We just are. So part of this whole thing is thinking like a millionaire is you have to think like an uncommon person. You cannot be common. You can't have common thoughts, and then you will start to see that your life will change. Now, this is the thing. You will mentally change. The physical manifestation of the money will come later. I'm just being real with you. My transformation took me like 3 years. And I was like you, I want that bread. I want that money, right? But it took 3 years. And I'm glad I stuck with it, because there was days I didn't want to do it. There was days I'm like, man, God, I just, and then it leveled out and it got better because I made it better. It's a political economy. I would agree with you on that. Definitely. So let's see, where are we with this? Oh man, we went way long. Oh well. So to wrap this up, if you want to think like a millionaire and you want to expand your circle, these are some of the things you have to do. Number one, you've got to cut your social media time in half, and then later on cut it in half. Two, you need to read at least one book a week or one every 2 weeks. Three, you need to spend time alone thinking, not like at home with television on. No, thinking. And it's going to be weird at first because you're not used to it, because most of you are overstimulated. And this is why that's why, people come in and like, get to the point, get to the point. They're so overstimulated and the attention spans are so short that they cannot be successful. Because here's the thing. It's like, well, I got bored and that's why I stopped doing it. I was dealing with this young lady who was really hot, but she was kind of stupid. And I was like, why'd you do that? I got bored. She literally fucked someone because she was bored. And I was like, you can go home. And she's like, what? You gonna let yeah, you can go home. Because when you do stuff like that, because you're bored, it just ain't no help for you. None for you. Let's see. God, just strange. I don't have that much black friends anymore. Only the ones that wake and awake. I tend to learn a few things from Asians, though. Same here. I don't have hijinks. I don't have a suggested reading list. Some of these leaders get filled and anointed just to get the money and to race them alive. True. Benny, yep, gotcha. St. James Trust, done 1, done 2, ton 3, doing it. Benji, Gary V preaches patience all the time. Zola, thank you very much, Glenn. And I cut the Facebook and the books lined up in Audible. Thanks. Yeah, because the thing is, this is the process that I went through that I'm giving you. And it's long and it's hard, but it's also full of wonder and joy because I have got so many unexpected positive things like this YouTube channel. I started this YouTube channel to put out my first book, right? And that was the goal. That was it. There was no other. It was like, yeah, we're going to write this book. We're going to use the YouTube channel to put this out. And that's going to be it. And then the reality television people came. And then I got offered 2 book deals, which I did not take. Then I had people calling me up saying, hey, let's interview for storage auctions. And then I saw the power of YouTube and I saw the power of digital media. And I was like, oh my God. Because I know let's take the hustle porn groups and let's take everybody that's trying to make some money online. I can mention maybe 30 names and most folks have heard of these people. Tony Robbins, Gary V, Grant Cardone, right? And then under that group, there's probably like 5,000 people that you never heard that have pretty big audiences. What I'm saying is this digital media thing has just got started. There's like maybe 20,000 people who are doing what I'm doing on some level or better. You don't understand how much room there is to grow. It is sick. It is sick. Let's see. Power Subconscious Mind is a great book. Morning Blue don't complicate the process. You know you fucking off. So FB looks like you want to create that. Man, stop it. James Dent, I have seen Hidden Colors, so say what you want. The proofs out there. All right, James Dent, I'm going to give you this challenge. And this is some that I'm being serious. So there's racism out there. What are you doing actively in your life day to day to stop racism? I mean, I'm not beating you up. I really want to answer. What are you actively doing? Because see, going to the beach and saying there is sand there and not doing anything with the sand is just kind of pointless. Samantha Gunn, I don't know if you answered this question before, but what is the most influential piece of advice you've been given that changed your mindset on money, how to generate wealth? None. Nobody's giving me any advice. I just figured this stuff out by myself. Benny, are video games a waste of time? No. I'm like, video games are not horrible, but if you're playing video games 4 to 10 hours a day, come on, man. Without the internet and YouTube, I will have not learned more things to help me grow. I mean, it's powerful. It is really powerful. All right, so that's it. I'm going to end this little chat, but that's the things you need to do to think like a millionaire. If you want some help, be sure to enroll in Hustle Camp. What is Hustle Camp? It is a system, a blueprint on how you can go from Ashley Allen or even Broke Dick Danny to Paid Percy. And it's long and it's hard and it's going to take you some months to complete, but it's well worth your money. So with that, I'll catch you guys out later and have a great Sunday, because this October, we're going to be dropping content like crazy. Just saying.